I believe that Angelina Jolie owes us all an apology. She should look at what's going on in Libya today and look at her premature joining of a group that we all spent so much time trying to explain. There were all sorts of problems with the Libya invasion being sold as a humanitarian intervention because many more people died in Libya as a result of NATO's action than would have died in the other scenario. I know that people who don't actually go through all the data disagree with me on this, but the data double referenced with verifiable sources from the New York Times, the CNN, the Daily Telegraph, a professor is a friend of Jalil's who was interviewed on the Real News. I used credible double reference sources, and she could have found all of this out that she was fronting for some very questionable characters. And she really owes us an apology because this had happened in America. 2 million Americans would be dead right now from a foreign Air Force bombing them. It was 500 times bigger than ours, which would require basically an alien invasion to have an Air Force 500 times bigger than ours. You can even conceive of it. Every urban area in the United States getting bombed thousands of times. In fact, one bombardment for every 2.5 police or soldiers is what we did. There are about 10,000 bombings against 25 to 50,000 troops. That's one entire arsenal. So what happens? The drone flips up, and then boom, following it, they had damaged them so badly they were down to small little subgroups of soldiers, and the drones were still signaling bang, signaling bang, signaling bang with the satellites, killing down to 1 or 2 soldiers, because that's what you get when you have 10,000 bombing runs and there's only 50,000 people to hit. It's absolutely, certainly unsporting. And Angelina Jolie needs to apologize for this because they're now torturing the equivalent of 500,000 people. It's like if we had done the anti-communist purges of the 1950s with McCarthy, but instead locked all the writers up and tortured them, raped them, killed them. Not all of them, and then shoot at anyone, of course, who is seen to be loyalist to Gaddafi. Whole neighborhoods were machine gunned. So Angelina Jolie owes us an apology for fronting such a operation, and I really wonder how the opinions of her very virulently neoconservative father, John Voight, may have affected her worldview. And I didn't say anything because I didn't really want to pander to Hollywood. It might have been a good way to get the message out, but I just didn't get around to putting together a quality piece that I felt comfortable with. But now that this has come out, I do feel like I need to register my assent that Angelina Jolie is not a friend of the working people in this country.